The reflection. Lauren never believed in ghosts. She was logical, grounded, and always needed evidence before accepting anything out of the ordinary. So when her grandmother passed away and left her the old family home in rural Maine, the one everyone whispered was haunted, Lauren rolled her eyes and signed the papers. It was a 2-story Victorian, paint-peeling with gables that seemed to frown at you. But it was quiet, isolated, and perfect for Lauren, who worked remotely as a graphic designer. She packed up her apartment and moved in by early October. The house was musty but manageable. The floors creaked with every step and the wind constantly whispered through unseen cracks, but she chalked it up to age. There was only one thing that truly unsettled her: the mirror. It hung in the upstairs hallway, directly opposite the guest bedroom. Ornate, antique. The kind with a heavy gold frame and a smoky, aged surface that didn't quite reflect things properly. It distorted slightly like old glass does, but sometimes. Lauren thought it was more than that. On her third night she walked past it and paused. Her reflection paused too, but there was a half-second lag, like a bad internet connection. Her brow furrowed. She waved her hand quickly. Her reflection followed, just barely off sync. She laughed nervously. Old mirror. Or I'm tired. He kept walking. Over the next few days things got stranger. The reflection seemed too aware. When Lauren wasn't looking directly at it, she had the distinct feeling that something inside was watching her. One night, brushing her teeth, she glanced over her shoulder into the hallway. The mirror was visible from the bathroom. She froze. There was someone standing in it. Not her. It looked like her. Same pajamas, same posture, but the eyes were all wrong. Too wide. Too focused. The mouth curled slightly in a knowing smirk. And worse, Lauren wasn't even facing the mirror directly, but the reflection was. It was looking straight at her. She ran into the hallway, heart pounding. The mirror showed only her, normal, confused, scared. She stared at it for a long time, breathing hard. Finally, she reached out and flipped it around so the glass faced the wall. That night, something woke her at 3:12 a.m. A noise, soft, scraping like nails on wood. She sat up. The house was pitch dark. Her phone showed no signal. The wind moaned outside, but this noise was inside. She stepped into the hallway, barefoot on cold floorboards. The mirror was flipped back, facing out. And in it, her reflection was still asleep in bed. Lauren screamed. The reflection opened its eyes. Not wide with fear. Slowly. Calmly. Deliberately. Then it sat up. But Lauren didn't. Because she was standing. Awake. The reflection moved on its own. She backed away in horror, stumbling into her bedroom and slamming the door. Her breaths came fast, shallow. This wasn't happening. It couldn't be. She heard footsteps outside. She didn't move. Didn't breathe. The handle turned. Slowly. The door creaked open. But no one was there. The next morning the mirror was gone. Just gone. A pale, dustless rectangle marked where it had been. Lauren left that day. Packed her things into the car and drove to a motel an hour away. She couldn't explain it, not really, but she knew she couldn't stay. She called a local historian the next day, who told her something she didn't want to hear. The mirror didn't belong to her grandmother. It had come with the house. No one knew where it originally came from. But it had always been there. A week later, Lauren returned briefly with a mover to clear out the rest of her belongings. The house was cold, silent. She tried not to look at the upstairs hallway. But she had to. The mirror was back. Just as before. Hanging exactly where it had always been. Except now, there were 2 reflections. One was hers. The other stood behind her. Smiling.